Hi Aries, I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic seer and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for November 2022. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in November and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. This recording is for Aries Sun, Aries Rising, and Aries Moon. I'm using the Tarot Mucha Tarot deck in these readings. All that being said, Aries, now on to your November 2022 Psychic Tarot reading. But before I start that, I do have to interrupt and say, if you hear any rattling or truck noise or any big booms, there are tearing down a house 2 houses away from me and delivering truckloads of dirt, spreading it around. This area is still rebuilding from Hurricane Sandy, if you can believe that. The houses are still being raised up on pilings. Some of them are still being torn down and rebuilt. So I can't stop the noise. This isn't a soundproof room, so please bear with me in this reading. So the first card you have is the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is an air sign person. This is either an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is an air sign. So you're not on the cusp of any air. So if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that's an air sign, this could also be you. Pages are children. Sometimes they're adults that are immature or young at heart. If they're bringing in a message, this page would be bringing in messages of truth, wisdom, knowledge, or could be the lack of truth, wisdom, and knowledge. You could be talking to them. You could be trying to dissect their feelings of how they feel about you, or their feelings of what is going on with them at this time. And they're putting a lot of energy into something, and they're trying to figure out what to do next. You may be like talking to them as a mentor, a teacher, a parent. You could be trying to help them sort out what they're, doing, what they're working on, what they're putting all this energy into. They're questioning a lot of things. They could even be questioning things about you. They could have questions about you, like what are your motives, or what are you all about? What makes you tick? Or questioning you about things you said or did. Could be, from the past, or could be going on right now. So they could be very questioning of you, or they could have questions for you, like, how do I solve this issue? How do I solve this problem? You may feel like they're complicated. You may feel like in some ways they're complicating their life, or they're making a complicated mess of things, or that they are just a complicated person, or they're creating complications. But I do feel there is some kind of mutual respect for each other. There is an element of give and take here. This Page of Swords may be looking to see if they're doing the right thing. Are they making the right choices? Are they mobilizing and putting things in action in the right way? But remember, this could be you if this is your rising sign or moon sign. So you have to think about it, Aries. Am I talking about somebody you know? Or am I talking about you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that's an air sign? And I feel this Page of Swords also represents either this person or the cosmos wanting to instill confidence in you. So if you've had lack of confidence, it could be that, spiritual forces in the world want to instill confidence in you. You and this Page of Swords person could be working to solve problems together. This could be somebody you have to team up with at work, or it could be a family member, and you two have to put your heads together and solve some kind of conundrum, some problem that's going on. Second card in the reading is the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is a water sign person, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is a water sign, or if you're born on the cusp of Pisces and Aries. This is somebody that may want to make you pay, wants to get your attention, or they want you to pay attention to what they are doing. This could be somebody that's having issues with their family structure, or their family structure could be changing. I feel like you're looking at them like you like how they handle problems. You think that they're making good choices and doing the right thing. This could be a boss to you or a spouse. They could be looking to you like, Aries, there's something you need to do, that you need to shift or change, or to initiate something new. They may feel like it's time for you to make some moves, changes, decisions. They may want you to keep your head above ground, to keep yourself afloat. They may feel like you may be overburdened or overwhelmed with financial burdens, or too much work, or I don't know, too many external problems and extraneous things going on for you. And they may feel like, Aries, sun, moon, or rising, you have to, keep your head above water, keep yourself afloat. Don't get buried by this. Don't get buried by that. They may really look at you like you need to make some kind of moves, shifts, changes. They may think you need a new job. They may feel like you need to make more money. They may feel like you need to move from one property to another. There's a lot of balance here. I feel like there's a lot of give and take of suggestions and advice. It could be you doing that their way. I feel in many cases they're doing it your way. I feel like it's more or less them doing that your direction. They may have to take charge or take a leadership role in a situation. It could be involving family. They may be becoming the leader of the family in some way, or this could be in a work or business capacity, that they could be stepping into more of a leadership role. So I just want to say here, remember, we are in Mars retrograde now. It started officially, I think, on the 30th or 31st. I think it was the 30th of October. And this Mars retrograde period goes all the way until January 12th. But the post-shadow period goes to the midpoint of March of 2023. So you have to be cautious, because it is not really a great time to initiate something new. It is a good time to restart something or reinitiate something that you started in the past and kind of left by the wayside. And you may also feel very impulsive, and you have to be cautious of this. And you could have anger drive up in you strongly due to this Mars retrograde, so you need to be cautious of that. If you want to see how this Mars retrograde period is going to affect your sun sign, your rising sign, or maybe even your moon sign, you can get my Mars retrograde psychic tarot scopes for 2022, 2023 on my Vimeo on-demand pages. And that link is down below in the description box in the Show More section, or you can get the links by going to my website at theluckymermaid.com videos page. Click on whatever sign you want under that heading, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. So the card number 3 you have in your reading is the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is turning away from what's not working for you anymore, emotionally speaking, and going off on a new journey with a stick of power and control in your hand. And even though the journey is unknown, you're still willing to take it. I feel like you're getting concerned about how things are falling into place somewhere, either in your home, family life, home, neighborhood, town, city, state, province, or at your work. And you may feel like, I feel unsettled about this. I'm not really feeling good about it. You may feel like you want to leave. You may feel like there's a lot of bunched up, tight, constrictive energy for you. Maybe you don't have enough flow or freedom, or your emotions are just getting like twisted and tied up in knots. In whatever circumstance this is, like I said, this could be happening at your work or in your business or at your home or within your family. And you may feel like almost like a pressure cooker, like or like the tea kettle ready to blow off steam. It's almost like what's going on in November is like a catalyst for you, or like a jumping off point, where it's like initiating something in you. You know, and like I say at the beginning of the readings, I know some people skip over it, but you really should listen here to what I'm saying at the beginning, that timing is different for all of you. Some of you Aries may have already experienced this a year ago, 5 months ago. Some of you may be experiencing it last month in October, this month of November, could be next month of December. It could also be a year from now, because timing, you all have different birth charts. You're born in different cities, states, provinces, countries. You have different birth times. So even though you're under the same zodiac sign, you're not going to have the same birth chart. So this will affect timing for you. You may feel like you have to stop beating yourself up or berating yourself. You may feel like you have to stop going round and round and round in some kind of circle. You may feel like you're on some kind of endless loop. You're not the first sign to get that for this month. I'm reading you at sign number 7 in the list. I go in the order my spirit guides tell me to go. And either 1 or 2 other signs got that exact same message, and you're getting it here too. You may feel like you want to be part of something new, some kind of new system, new groundbreaking territory, new system, new something. You may feel like there is something that has gone on in your life that has really been too tight, too tense, too constricting, not enough flow or freedom, and has worn out its purpose. For some of you, it could be a marriage, a love relationship, but for many of you, it's other things. It's like maybe just how your life feels to you in general. Like things have been blocked, things are stuck, things haven't been moving forward enough, too constrictive, too restricting and constricting, restrictive and constricting. So the next card you have in your reading, Aries, is the Ace of Cups, and this is new love. This could be making a new love connection with somebody. This could also be a reigniting of an existing love connection for you. It could be universal love. Some of you Aries are going to begin to see somebody new. Keep in mind, this is for Aries sun, moon, and rising sign people. So it doesn't mean, for some of you, maybe love is coming and it's not fully there yet. This could be you could be starting to see somebody new that turns into love. And I see some of you bringing a lot to the table with somebody that you're going to meet. Like, you bring a lot to the table, love and other things of value about yourself. You could have like a reigniting also of a passion for something that you love to do. You know, maybe you love to play the violin or the piano, or maybe you love to create art, or maybe you love to rebuild motorcycles. Whatever you love to do, you could have a reigniting of passion. For some of you, it is in love, like a love relationship, but not all of you. Some of you, it is a reigniting of passion in something that you love, or starting something new that you love to do, finding a new thing you love to do. Some of you could start working with somebody you could fall in love with. You could start a love relationship with a new, maybe a new coworker, or somebody maybe you've worked with for a long time, and suddenly you guys are looking at each other like, well, you've been here all along, and I'm really interested in you romantically. That could happen for some of you Aries. Some of you have a making up with a love partner, and a healing can occur with a love partner, especially if you've had contention over the last 4 to 5 months. Like beginning again, renewed, beginning again. You know, some of you Aries, do not be surprised. You could have a love partner show back up, or somebody you were married to or in a relationship with before. You could run into them, or they could contact you, and it could start a love relationship all over again. That's likely for some of you Aries, sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign. I do feel like whatever this is, you're taking your time and thinking it over carefully. I don't feel like you're doing anything hasty, which is wise. I go back to what I said about Mars retrograde. Reinitiating something is good. Starting something new is trickier. It may work out for a time and then it could fizzle out. So I do feel that whatever it is that's going on here, I do feel you're going to take your time and proceed carefully and thoughtfully. So if you'd like to get an expansion of this reading where I look into my crystal and give you additional psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for the month of November 2022, you can access these videos by clicking on the link down below in the description box in the Show More section, or you can go to my website, theluckymermaid.com videos page, click on the any zodiac sign you want under the heading of November Psychic Crystal Readings, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. So your last card of this reading, this Psychic Tarot reading for November 2022, is the Page of Rods. And the Page of Rods is an fire sign. Can I spit that out? This is a fire sign person. This is either an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. So Aries, this could be you. It could also be somebody else that you're connected to that has a sun, moon, or rising sign of fire. Pages are messengers. They can also be children, could be one of your kids. It could also be an adult that's immature or young at heart. If it's a messenger, this page would be bringing in messages of about business, enterprise, or the birth of something new, and possibly communications. This is somebody that feels to me like they want to get linked up with you in a partnership sense. Could be the romantic partner coming in for you. Could be connected to do with the Ace of Cups. But it could be linked up with you in some other way, like with business or some kind of endeavor or short-term gig. They may want to link up with you or collaborate in some way. You know, you may be focusing on yourself this month and thinking, I got to muster up courage and strength. You may really feel like that. Like, there's stuff going on in the world. You may look around and be like, man, I got to muster up some courage and strength. It could also be happening in your own personal life, like at your job or within your family or within some kind of club, group, or organization you belong to. I do see you deciding that you're going to take your time and that you are not going to rush into anything, which is so very wise, Aries, so very wise. You know, and you could be on a real mission. I feel that you're going to tell people about it. And your mission could be to change your job, to change your life. Your mission could be to start some kind of foundation. It could be your mission is going to be you're going to start a new business. Your mission could be that you want to move. Your mission could be that you're going to make some big life-changing decisions. But I get you're going to tell people in your life and you're going to announce it, or if you have a video platform, or you know you're an influencer in some way, you're going to let people know what your plans are. You're not going to get wrapped up with anybody that makes you feel nervous or uncomfortable. You're not going to do it, whether it be relationship-wise or work or business-wise. And you may also feel like you have to take things as they come. You may not want to do too much futurizing. You could feel like that's too risky or causes too much stress. So you may have the mindset like, I'm chill, I'm taking things as they come. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. You could have somebody that's a fire sign that wants to communicate with you and talk to you about potentially working with you or doing some kind of business with you. And again, I revert back to what I said already. You're not going to jump into anything quickly. You're going to take your time. You're going to evaluate things, and you're not getting mixed up with anybody that makes you feel uncertain or uncomfortable. You may feel totally fine and comfortable with this person that wants to collaborate with you or do a business with you or do some kind of joint venture with you. It'll be different for all of you Aries, how you feel about them. Now, the best gemstone crystal I got for Aries to work with, use, and wear in the month of November 2022. You got Bloodstone, and the other sign so far that got the same gemstone crystal as you is Capricorn. So Capricorn and Aries both got Bloodstone. And Bloodstone is a grounding and purifying stone. It helps ward off negative energy. Bloodstone is also a protective stone, and it strengthens the immune system. It's also very good for invigorating the blood, and it energizes life. Also, a side note, which I always say, it's excellent if you have to do any kind of negotiating or dealing with money. Any money negotiations of any kind, I would highly recommend, if you know it's coming up that you have to do that, to wear Bloodstone or carry it on you at the time that negotiations or dealing with money and changing of finances is going on. It is a stone that's going to make you feel more courage and more brave. It's going to help you put things into perspective and to slow down and take slow down and get a broad perspective of what's going on. It's also going to be a good gemstone to help you assimilate to change. It's also a really good gemstone to help you when you have to strategize and to map and plan things out. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand channel, where I use a variety of divination tools to look into very specific topics. You can get the most recently recorded series in the links down below in the description box, or you can go to my website at theluckymermaid.com and go to the videos page. There you can see all the different video series I've recorded, what divination tools I've used, how far the predictions go out in time, and you just click on whatever sign you want under the heading of the video series you want, and that link will take you to those videos on Vimeo. Now, the most recently recorded video series I have down below, I'll just name a few, is my eclipse effects from the solar eclipse in Scorpio, October 25th, 2022, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings. I highly recommend, if you can do so, to also get your rising sign in those videos. It'll give you a more clear picture of what that new moon partial solar eclipse will bring to your life over the next 6 months. And I got to tell you, those predictions, some of them for some of the signs were going out a year from now. My Mars retrograde psychic tarot scopes for 2022-2023 are also available. There's 4 tarot cards in those readings, plus an animal totem card, and I pulled a gemstone crystal for you also from my velvet bag of gems for each sign of the zodiac. Again, that's another series I recommend to get your rising sign and your moon sign. Your rising sign and your sun sign to get a more clear picture of what's to come for you. Also, my Horseshoe Tarot Spread psychic tarot readings for 2022-2023. They're also available. That video series is one of the most purchased video series that I put on Vimeo. I think it's because there's 7 tarot cards and it is a lot of predictions and information in those videos. Also, don't forget my psychic crystal readings for November 2022 are also available, which I talked about earlier in the readings. And my career and finance psychic tarot and crystal readings, those predictions go out 12 to 18 months. I recorded them in April of 2022, and the predictions go all the way until October of 2023. Now, there's many other video series down below. I won't name them all. You can look at them at your leisure and select whatever you would like. Also, if you would like to get more predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here in a video format, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. Also on my YouTube community pages, I've started to post these predictions and messages there as well, but they're in a written format, usually about 5 paragraphs long. Many people do find that either some of the messages in those readings or all of it resonate with them, and you may find that as well. So I'd love to see you on my social media pages. And please know, if anybody contacts you, I've said this a million times, so I'm going to keep saying it. Hopefully it'll stop, but it continues on and happens for like all kinds of people that have Instagram. I'm kind of surprised how many people are getting this happening to them. I'm not contacting you and asking you if you want a reading. If anybody does that and messages you or starts following you, it's not my account. They've created a fraudulent account. So if somebody follows you and if somebody asks you, because they're winding up to ask you if you want a reading. That's what they're going to do. And it's not me. I only work from my wait list, which I closed in 2018 because it got too full, and my cancellations list, which I still accept people. I still put people on that list. I only read people from those lists, and I contact you myself in writing in an email. It's going to come from me, and you're going to have communication with me back and forth. It's not going to be coming to you through social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. It's not, if you get anything from there, it's not me. If you would like to make a donation to this channel and help support the readings that I do here on YouTube, I have a donation link down below. It is connected to PayPal. I want to thank you to those who have been very generous and kind and donated to my channel. It does mean a lot to me, and it does help a lot. So thank you so very much for that. I do truly appreciate it. So I hope you have an absolutely amazing month of November, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.